Hey everybody, welcome back to One Man's Perspective. Yesterday we talked a little bit about the two early games, and now we are back to talk about the late games from yesterday. We did talk about Australia beating Tunisia, who were a very spirited side, and unfortunately lost that game, but Australia had a great header from Duke that essentially settled the game 1-0. And that second game of the day was Poland, Saudi Arabia, where Poland overcame a very tough Saudi Arabia squad, who honestly I think deserved more from that game, but Robert Lewandowski finally scored his first World Cup goal, and the celebration said it all for him. He truly, finally feels like he arrived and provided something on the international stage, at the biggest stage of all. But let's now talk about those third and fourth games from yesterday, where we saw France versus Denmark. This is one that I highlighted yesterday because I was super excited. France, obviously, the reigning World Cup champions, who looks great in their 4-1 win against Australia, against Denmark, who are a freaking tough team, that I actually really enjoy and considered one of the dark horses of this tournament, although coming off of the result from yesterday where France overcame Denmark 2-1, I don't know if Denmark is even going to make it out of the group. It's a tough group. So, I mean, we'll see how they do in that final game. But honestly, France-Denmark was a very turgid first half. They were just both evenly matched, nonstop, just going back and forth, and basically were truly even throughout the first half. Get into the second half, and basically Kylian Mbappe, to a degree, took over. I mean, I wouldn't say that he took over. He had a lot of help from his teammates, especially Antoine Griezmann, who I was incredibly impressed with yesterday. And honestly, I think if he brings that form back to Atletico Madrid, that would be a big boost for them and Diego Simeone. That said, 61st minute, Kylian Mbappe scores a great goal, and everybody's like, all right, there it is, France, moving ahead, no issues here. Boom, 7 minutes later, Andres Christensen of Barcelona scores a great header. He goes in, ties it up, 1-1. And everybody's like, all right, this could easily be the final score of the game right here. I mean, Denmark's super tough. They're, taking it to France, it's just going to be evenly matched as it had been in the first half. And then, boom, 81st minute, I believe, Antoine Griezmann with probably the assist of the World Cup so far. I mean, that ball was inch perfect. And then Kylian Mbappe scores it off of his thigh with a little redirect. Honestly, Mbappe with a brace, Antoine Griezmann with a ridiculous assist, and France win that game 2-1 and become the first team to qualify for the last 16. That said, really good second half. First half, like I said, was a little bit, turgid, kind of, very evenly matched, like I said. But that second half was fire, and honestly, France deserved to go on, move through to the round of 16, and we'll see who finishes second in that group. Then we get to arguably the biggest match of the day, Lionel Messi's Argentina potentially getting eliminated if they lose to Mexico based on that subpar performance against Saudi Arabia where they lost 2-1 on round one. But first half, honestly, Mexico were dogged. They were spirited. They just like they always are. And they silenced the entire Argentina team. I don't think the Argentina even had a shot on goal that entire first half. That said, you get in the second half, and then literally moment of brilliance from Messi, bringing the ball down, one touch, and second touch, boom, great shot from outside the box into the bottom left corner, 25 yards screamer. Just, yeah. I mean, Messi's Messi. He stood up when he needed to. He captained when he needed to. He essentially led Argentina to this victory. And then Enzo Fernandez with a phenomenal goal in the 87th minute settles the match 2-0. Honestly, Mexico, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, I think honestly, Tata Martino, you're done after the World Cup. I mean, you guys are going to probably exit here at the group stage with arguably your worst performance at a World Cup in a long time. Right now, you haven't even scored a single goal. I don't know. I think Mexico are struggling right now. I don't think they get out of the group. But yeah, Argentina, Messi finally arrived, finally got that win that they needed. Now they got to push on against a tough Poland team and get that win in the final game to essentially move on as group winners. But yeah, honestly, like I said, Lionel Messi to me is one of the greatest of all time. People consider him the greatest of all time. That's a debate that we could go rage on for days and days and days. However, he stood up when they needed it. He became the captain they needed it when they were, backs to the wall. And we'll see if they can kick on from here. I mean, Argentina, like I said, faced a tough last game against Poland. And we'll see if they can kick on from there and basically get into the round of 16. I will say, though, if they finish second in the group, they will be matched up against France in the round of 16. So that would be an incredibly tough matchup and will be one to watch if that actually does happen. That said, yesterday was a great day all around. France wins, Argentina wins, Australia wins. I mean, it was just, and then Poland win. I mean, essentially, it was a solid day of football. And then come back and visit us later on. We're going to be doing day 8 preview. First couple games have already played. We're about to do that preview momentarily and get into the day's rest of the matches. So hit us up if you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and honestly just enjoy the World Cup, everybody, because it is always fun, always enjoyable. And yeah, like I said, it is worth the wait every 4 years. Cheers, everybody.